I'm excited because Tim's actually in Indiana right now, and he is at the NFL Combine. So I'm going to put his mic up, and let's catch up with Tim. Hey, Tim, how are you?
Derica, I'm great. That's the thing. You can segue from any subject to any subject. Here
Yes.
we go with a little NFL scouting combine. I'm outside the media workroom, so that's my backdrop for us. The media workroom sign as activity continues here in Indianapolis.
All right, how's Indy been for you so far?
It's Indy's great, and particularly this time of year. This is such a perfect setup for this type of event. You have hotels, restaurants, everything in walking distance. The NFL facility here, the Lucas Oil Stadium, the convention center. They have a lot of workout areas here and working areas. The media's working. The NFL teams are all here. There are a lot of meetings. The pro football writers have a meeting today. The agents meet with teams down here. The agents have their association that meets. So it all works out very well here in Indy. I know Brian Gutekunst, the Packers general manager, was talking about he hopes it doesn't go anywhere because it's such a good layout. There's always a vibe here, Derica. The people are talking football is over in a restaurant. There are guys from 4 or 5 different teams. They're all, maybe having lunch with somebody that they don't get to see very often during the regular season. And neither one's going to beat the other one this weekend. They're just going to get the chance to hang out. So it's a pretty cool vibe.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, obviously they're for work, but just the camaraderie of all of what you guys are doing in the sports world. That's pretty neat that you're able to catch up. A couple of quick questions, if you don't mind. I wanted to know when you guys are going to have some maybe player availability, talk to them, or even see, are there any prospects from Wisconsin? I'm interested about that.
It's like the script is there for you, Derica. That perfect question, because today was our first day to get to talk to some of these players, defensive players in particular today, linebackers and defensive linemen. And Packer fans listening to this will say, Green Bay could use some defensive players, some linebackers, and some defensive linemen. So it's always interesting to kind of, connect with some of these guys and wonder, is that where the Packers are going, or is that where another NFL team might be thinking? Definitely caught up with a lot of those guys today. We'll have complete coverage on our various, Fox 6 and Fox local platforms as we are able to put some of that stuff out there. Also, there aren't too many Badgers here this year. Just the type of season they had. They didn't have a lot of pro prospects necessarily, but Mason Rager is here, and we had the chance to catch up with him, a defensive lineman. He was very positive about his experience at Wisconsin and very confident going into the NFL. And, Derek, I asked him, you guys always are big on control the controllables, right? That's what a football player or a pro athlete says. I can only control the controllables. But now they're getting into a situation where he doesn't control where his career is going to start. He doesn't know what team's going to draft him, what they're going to ask him to do. And I asked him how hard it is to deal with that. And he said very much, I've realized that you can control what you control. That's your effort. That's your preparation. That's the athletic condition that you get yourself in. But, then a higher power is going to control, where you get selected. And, I'm comfortable with that. So I just like hearing the perspective of these guys as, this is such a life-changing time for them. And it's interesting to know where some of them are.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, how they're feeling. This obviously is a stressful time. It's an important time, but at the end of the day, it's still really a sense of accomplishment that they're even there and their capabilities to be able to be in this combine.
No question. It's a coup to be invited. There are only 300. I mean, that sounds like a lot, but when you think of all the college football prospects that are out there, it's not. There are a lot of guys who, really wanted to get on the invite list here and just weren't selected for whatever reason. So it is a major accomplishment to be here. That's first and foremost. It's an opportunity as well. These guys are, auditioning for NFL teams, and they could move up or they could move down draft boards or in the eyes of scouts and teams based on what they do here, the way they comport themselves, what they're able to do out in the physical tests. Medically, this is a big medical spot for these guys. Did somebody check out? We wondered what that knee was like in college. Oh, it checks out, he's okay. Or somebody else, oh, he had a good college career, but we had no idea that, he's got a weakened spine that we would be concerned about at the pro level. So all that stuff is weighing on the minds of these guys. So the emotions are nerves for sure. There's definitely some nervousness here, some anxiety, but a sense of accomplishment, as you said. No resting on your laurels, though. These are competitive guys, Derica. They may have been decorated college football players, but they're ready for whatever's next.
Yeah. All right. Before you go, one last quick question. I know you go year after year and you see these kids go on to become star players. Any name that you're like, okay, I'm going to keep an eye on you. I'm not sure where you're going, but I see you're going far.
Yeah, that's a good one. I will say that There were some impressive guys today, some linebackers that I hate to pick on just one because,
Okay.
even these pro scouts,
Yeah.
they think this is the player that's going to go somewhere and then maybe it doesn't happen. But definitely guys make good impressions and, guys slip a little bit too. I would say, Derica, that just on balance, the people that we talked to today really made a good impression. And I'd like to just throw one note out. I don't know what kind of pro player he'd be. He's a little bit smaller than the ideal size for that. But Skylar Ball Howard played at Greenfield High School. He went to Northern Illinois University, then transferred to Texas Tech. He had a very tough upbringing in Milwaukee. And he's very proud of his hometown. I think he's proud of his accomplishments. And he said, moving 1,300 miles away to play football at Texas Tech was a great life experience and helped prepare him for the next chapter as well. So he's the kind of guy that you see here. Maybe you didn't know his whole story. You don't know what the next story will be, but it's a story worth sharing at this point.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm excited to see your later reports. Tim, thank you so much for taking time with us. Enjoy the rest of your day in Indy.
Sounds great, Derica. Nice chatting with you. Have a good afternoon.
You too.